Good evening and salutations, my B&B fans. Let's talk about Steffi and Finn. So they're hanging out, and they get a call from Sheila. And, Sheila is like, she wants to sit there and see him on Christmas. Now, he's standing there with Steffi. And pretty much he's like, listen, I'm sorry that can't happen. Have a good holiday. Taylor overhears the conversation and pretty much is like, it's not a good idea for Finn to sit there and bottle up his feelings. Finn may have, he might want to actually see his mother. He may want to have a connection. It's not, it's not out of the ordinary for, their son or daughter to want to actually have a connection with their biological parents. And there was one point where she says something where she was like, well, let's see how Finn feels or something. And, Stephanie was like, well, Finn is fine with it. I'm like, is my imagination or did she just answer for you? You cool with that? You cool with her just answering for you? Like, that would bother the hell out of me. If I was with someone and they asked me about my opinion on something, and my significant other is like, oh no, they're fine about it. Yeah, no, they're cool. Well, Steffi, you're something else. And that's when Taylor said something out the blue, and I'm just like, WTF. Taylor's like, I think it'd be a good idea for you to invite her over for Christmas Eve. And Steffi was like, I'm sorry, what? what did you say? Did you just... Nah, you didn't just say that, right? And at first, she gives her temper tantrum. She says, oh, well, she shot you. She says that twice. It's like, she shot you. And after the second time, I was like, I'm pretty sure she heard that. Hell, actually, tell you the truth, she was there for that. She felt that. So I don't think you need to sit there and remind her of the fact that she got shot by her. But pretty much what it comes down to is she doesn't want Finn to bottle up his feelings. Because that can fester later on. It sounds kind of gross when I say it like that out loud, but it's not good to sit there and bury your feelings. And, he basically was like it's only natural for him to have some sort of connection with his biological mother. And vice versa. So after she has her little temper tantrum, she's like, alright, fine. And she calls Sheila, well, they call Sheila back up and it's like, hey, you can come by, for Christmas Eve or whatever. And, Steffi's like, hey, you pretty much got Taylor to thank, for that. Like, Taylor, is the reason, like, she convinced me to pretty much let you over. Now, Taylor did sit there and say once she came over, she was going to sit there and read her to be able to tell if she's reformed or not. So, it was a nice little moment. I saw some people listening to talking about they cried at the end. I was like, no, but, listen, I know the type of damage and chaos that this woman has caused. I was sitting there reading the comments. Yeah, this woman used killer bees. Killer bees. Just, Christ, killer bees. And I did understand, one of my subscribers, I think Brittany, was sitting there saying, because I kept asking, I was like, what's the harm in sitting there seeing them for a little bit, just for an hour or two? But, she was explaining to me that, you give an inch, they take a mile, And it's one of those things where it's just better to just distance yourself, have, no contact with this person, then, trying to set boundaries that they're just going to sit there and cross. Now, with that being said, the thing is, I'm coming in late to the game. Okay, I'm coming in when all this stuff is the aftermath. Okay, it's sort of like somebody who came in later on that's been watching that's just started watching GH and be like, well, I don't understand why you're so mean to Nell. Nell is she's trying to be a better person. She's a good person, and I literally seen every single terrible thing that Nell has done. So I'm sitting there looking at this person like, yo, you must have lost your damn mind, right? I remember, and granted, I think it was a little bit different, but Brock TV was just saying something about Nina, giving her some sort of compliment. And I kind of, not gonna lie, I kind of flew up the handle like, yo, you giving this chick some props? And granted, he's been watching it for a long time. I think maybe even longer than me. But my point is, if you haven't actually seen all the stuff that this person's done, then it's kind of hard. Like, I'm coming in there being like, well, I don't, it's just like maybe for an hour or two. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I don't think it's like, this is a while ago. But it's different if I've been watching it. So, there's that. Deacon did come by and gave Sheila a Christmas present. So, I thought that was nice. He was also there when she was, upset that she couldn't sit there and see her son, just to try to talk to her, talk it out, calm her down a little bit. And was even there for the phone call, both phone calls, when at first they said no. And, he even offered to give her a hug, and he was there when, when they invited her over. It almost looked like he was tearing up a little bit. It was a nice moment. So, honestly, tell you the truth, in this weird way, I said this maybe a couple of days ago, because somebody was asked, I said that I couldn't find my favorite character so far. And I think this person, Herman, kind of misunderstood what I said, as opposed to, like, me not liking anyone. And it's not that I don't like anyone. I think the characters are fine for the most part. But you just have that one character that sticks out. And it seems like Deacon is kind of getting to that point with me, where it's like, you know what? I like Deacon. And I do hope he sticks around. I've seen him in GH a little bit. And, I like, how he acts, whatever, so far. So, I don't know. I haven't actually placed my foot down on him yet as far as being my favorite, but I like him so far. Hope and Liam didn't really do anything this episode. It was damn near forgettable. I mean, it wasn't terrible. They just didn't really do anything. They just sat there with their kids. They talked about Christmas, going over Eric. They talked about Deacon, spending time with him. They didn't really sit there and argue about it too much, which was nice, because, that's not what he wants to do anyway. And that was about it. And then, I think they talked about hope for the future. I'm not going to lie, every time that they say, well, I hope that you're okay, or they talk about hope for the future, it's just like, really? Like, anyone whose name is Hope, every time they gotta use that word, it's just like hope. I hope that you're gonna be okay today. It just sounds weird. Yeah, they didn't really do too much of anything. Yeah, no, they really didn't. They were there, and that was about it. Anyway, for the most part, I think that's about it. If I forgot anything, please write it down in the comment section below. I want to thank you for watching. Be safe, and I will see you in the next video.